Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, scrappers, scrapettes, kids and kiddies of all ages. Yes, I have yet another battery backup in front of me, but this is different. This actually is a battery module. The battery backups are those big honkin' heavy things that I've been working on for the past couple of weeks. They've got the big power board in it. So this only has the batteries. This slides into a cabinet right here. This whole thing slides into a metal cabinet and provides battery backup. No less dangerous. I realized when I did the other video a couple weeks ago for you, I had forgotten to remind you to disconnect the batteries. So this actually gave me an opportunity to do that. I'm a little annoyed this morning, for which I apologize. A really nasty comment from somebody yesterday. Oh, so you destroyed thousands of dollars worth of IT equipment just to get $5 worth of copper. Well, number one, this equipment probably doesn't work. As we found out, it's from the early 2000s, 25 years old. That's number one. Number two, don't you think the person who sold it to me as scrap would have tried to resell it first? And number three, plug my phone, mind your own business. That's all. Anyway, guess who got up on the wrong side of the bed? You can take, these are actually really super easy to scrap out. You take the front panel off. Now don't start cutting yet because it's just still potentially live. What you've got to do is go in and just start pulling these cables. There's two ways to do this. One is what I'm going to do. Hold on a second. These are not as heavy as those other units, but they are not light by any means. You can just slide them right up like this. Hopefully. Don't drop them on your foot. Super easy to scrap out. Just like that. Hey, this is the part, this just slides into a cabinet. The cabinet weighed a freaking ton. I had to have the guys take it off with the crane. Now, to the hater who said, you destroyed all that equipment, would you use something like that? Would you sell something like that? Jerk. Everybody's an expert, you know? Well, go get your own damn YouTube channel. Anyway, but the rest of you, I love you. So I've just slid this out, and again, you got to be careful. This could still be live. You must disconnect all of the batteries before you start cutting stuff. Anything that's still connected could carry a charge. So, I mean, the odds of these are dead because they've been sitting outside, but get all this stuff off. Just pull it all off, break the connections. I mean, the odds are pretty good that this is dead. It's been sitting. Just break all the connections. Don't cut them. You gotta pull them. Unless you have a way to test them, which I don't. So there are battery testers and such things. Scrappy D is cranky this morning. I had a terrible night. Now this is safe to handle. Okay. I couldn't sleep. I don't know why. Well, I do know why. Something upset me yesterday and I was not able to block it. Hey, this is now fairly safe. They're still batteries. I mean, they're dangerous because they're batteries, but it's just, and this battery has leaked. Something happened yesterday that got me really upset and I just couldn't turn it off. Got up in the middle of the night, took a hot soak in the tub to try to relax. Nothing worked. I finally fell asleep. And now I'm just out of whack because of the time change. I should be able to just pull these free. There you go. You all know I'm not the strongest. Alright, so this is now getting to the point where it's pretty safe to handle. As long as none of these things are touching or can talk to each other, you should be fine. Okay. Now the one, see how this could become a problem? This is, well, actually it's not anymore. Now everything is now disconnected except for this battery right here. I'm going to do that right now. 1 and 2. There you go. You are now free to move about the country. So I should be able to snip this without any danger to myself as of now. I think these brass pins will pull out, I'm pretty sure. But I'm not really into a long video right now. Okay. So snip. And again, nothing's connected, okay? I'm not going to endanger myself by clipping these things. Hopefully. It's electrical, I mean, you know. Anything could happen. Yes, I do not cut right at the connecting point. Sorry, I'm a chicken. Okay. So, see if these will come out. Look at that. That. And that. Now, there is no way I'm going to get away with selling that as a gold finger card. So, in this case, yes, I will take the gold fingers off. And I'll just chuck that in with low-grade boards. Okay, so in this case, yes, I will nip the fingers. And that's it, just like that. All I gotta do is go outside now and stack these batteries along with all their friends. You know, like I said, just disconnect everything. They're intended to pull apart. This is a good grade wire, by the way. Some yards will pay more. This has a, I think it's 60%. I wouldn't swear by it, but I know it's not 35 like the computer wire. The computer wire, this cheap, crappy stuff, that has a 35% copper recovery. That is low-grade wire. These are usually brass or aluminum. You can throw them in with your dirty brass and then figure it out later. But this is not going to show up well on camera, and I apologize, but let's see if I can strip a little piece off. I don't think I can. By the way, I don't strip wire. There's just so much I want to do anymore. But this, there's not that much insulation around this. Oh, I think this is 60% copper recover for the yard. You want to separate it, okay? Because if you just bring this in with your spaghetti wire or your ribbon wire, they're going to downgrade it to the cheapest wire possible. They're just going to throw it in a bin and that's it. I've seen them do that to people with cat wire. I've seen them do it with this. I've seen them do it with an extension cord. So, you know, you got to separate your stuff. They're in a hurry. They're not recyclers. They're a metal yard, a scrap yard. So they're going to just dump it into the bins and pay the lowest price they can. It's the way they work. It's what they do. Not that they're dishonest. They're not. It's up to you to make sure your stuff is, well, some of them are dishonest. We won't mention any names as much as I'd like to. Everybody asks me all the time what metal yard it was that got me so upset, and I still refuse to say because that would make me as bad as they are. Anyway, I told you, I'm sorry guys, I'm just in a really bad mood this morning. Not your fault. I was hoping putting up a video would put me in a better frame of mind, but it hasn't. 60% recovery, and put that into a separate bin, and that's really all there is here. Now, I got yesterday, let's see, lead batteries, 143 pounds of these, 18 cents a pound, $26. So, I don't know, I'd say each one of these easily weighs 5 pounds. So, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40 pounds right there. Plus 45, 50, sorry. There's 50 pounds of batteries here. And probably another 200 pounds outside. So, Yeah. You can't really see this. Maybe you can. See what they did this to me with the wire too, and I didn't really put up a fuss because I didn't have a lot of this. I had a lot of computer spaghetti wire, but they did. I had it separated, but they mixed it and only paid me 30 cents a pound, even on this, for which I easily could have gotten 59 cents a pound at another yard. It's okay, I didn't have a lot of it, but it's just to prove my point. They took it and they threw it all into insulated copper wire, 35%. Irony aluminum, that was heat sinks that I couldn't get the metal clips off of. Old sheet, these were clean heat sinks. That's pretty good. That was 50 cents a pound for those heat sinks. That's really good for aluminum heat sinks. As a matter of fact, that's outstanding. Wow. I had a copper bearing motor. These were transformers. I got $1 a pound for them. They were heavy as, but you know, it is what it is, guys. Actually, I take that back. Wait a minute. £16. That was a copper bearing motor, and then electric motors. Those were the transformers. Yeah, no, 16 pounds was the transformers. I think they weighed more than 16 pounds, but that's okay. Again, electric motors, it was just there's a car part that, I don't know where I got it from. I got it somewhere. So it wasn't too bad, you know, $46. It was a small load, but this was good. They're paying really well on aluminum right now. And even irony aluminum is 12 cents a pound. That's been at a nickel. So, you know, not a bad day. Put gas in the car, got myself some lunch, came home and made some more videos. I got a whole bucket of, get out of there, brass right now. And I've got 6 more of these to do, and I'll be able to take everything to the yard tomorrow. And I hope I can find some more stuff to scrap. I am going to scrap these cable boxes. I probably will have to do that today or tomorrow. They all have security bit screws, and I don't have any of those. This is a DirecTV box. I'm hoping to get at least a decent telecom board out of them. I don't know. I won't know till I get in there, and I can't get in there till I go get the tool. Alright, I've got an AT&T one here. I've got a Samsung. I've got an Optimum. So I will put those aside for a future video. On my scrap palette right now, my palette is in palette of things I'm going to hopefully do for you guys soon. I have a couple of Mac all-in-ones. I have a couple of laptops. I have, what else do I have? I have an appointment Monday to meet with a local fellow who, he does buy and sell IT. But I should be able to buy a couple of single pieces, things that I can show you how to take apart on video. Really hard getting any kind of scrap right now electronically. There's a billion people in it, and now that everything's gotten expensive again, it's just, it's slim pickings out there. I've written a lot of letters to schools and offices and colleges and universities. You can acquire material. Sometimes there's a site called Government Auctions. You have to watch your location. I've got a couple of bids on some things in New York City. You know, I don't make a lot of money e-scrapping. The only way to make money e-scrapping is if somebody gives you the product or pays you to remove it. If you're going to go buy e-scrap, you're not going to make money. I'm going to tell you that right now. I did make money on that truck, but it was a lot of money. It was 3 weeks worth of work to pay myself back and make about $1,500. It was a lot of work. It was worth it because it gave me a chance to set up my YouTube channel, which I really am happy to have. I enjoy it. I enjoy, even if it's a one-sided conversation, I do enjoy talking to all of you, and I really am enjoying your comments. And, you know, anyway, enough blah, blah, blah for me. You guys go forth and have a wonderful day. Bye.